Hello everyone, Jared here. Today I have a fragrance haul. So I got a lot of these online from Perfumes Dubai here in Australia, or Private Blends, or Jerusalem Islamic bookstore in Coburg here in Melbourne. A lot of these I came across on Fragrantica, as they have very similar notes and they cloned a lot of Tom Ford fragrances, some that I had, some that I was very interested in. So apart from my slow computer fails, I'm just going to quickly bring up the notes. And the first one I have is from Ajmal. It's called Verde. So Verde is what a lot of people are saying is a clone of Tom Ford's Noir Anthracite. So a very basic bottle, quite weighty. This one it's an eau de parfum. It's 100 mils. Plastic cap, terrible. But most of these, they're cheap. It's about the juice on the inside. So I do have testers here, and if my computer will work, I will bring up the notes here. So we've got top notes of ginger, pepper, bergamot, galbanum, which is a favorite of mine, jasmine, base notes of cedar, leather, and sandalwood. And if we slide down to the bottom, perfume reminds me of Noir Anthracite by Tom Ford, which is right here. Let's bring up the notes for the Noir Anthracite. We've got top notes of Szechuan pepper, ginger, bergamot, middle notes of spices, galbanum, jasmine, with base notes of ebony, cedar, birch, leather, sandalwood, patchouli, and amberwood. And I actually have tester strips. So let's get this one. It's a bit stiff. Okay. I mean, it's a poor atomizer. Spraying. Ooh. Strong. Very strong. Yeah, it definitely smells like the Noir Anthracite. It's quite intense, actually. It's very intense. Very green, super green, bitter green. So a lot of that galbanum coming straight in, which I love. I love bitter green for summer. It's ultra masculine, like super masculine. I wouldn't be wearing this in a small room. Never wear it at the gym. This is hardcore. Wow. Okay, let's go back up to the notes. Got the slowest computer in the world right now. Anyone that's watching this, I am new to doing videos, and my whole note for this year was to get out of my comfort zone, which doing these videos is completely out of my comfort zone. I don't really like the sound of my voice and that, so bear with me. So super peppery, very bitter green, and it's just holding. So very, very harsh opening. So some of them people might not like this. So a lot of people didn't like this one either. We only got a very tiny amount of this left too. This is a 50 ml. So yeah, a lot of people didn't like the Noir Anthracite. Okay, this one's been sitting for quite a long time, so it's probably macerated a bit more, but it does smell. The opening's a lot more smoother. You get the Szechuan pepper. You don't get that harsh bit of green coming up the top like you do with the other one with the galbanum. Yeah. This one's a lot more smooth. You get that spicy top. You can smell more of the ginger. Definitely a smoother ride. This one, getting more of the heart of the jasmine now, more floral. Getting very similar through the middle. This one almost has like the anthracite almost has like an aniseed type smell to it. Could be the mixture of the peppers and the galbanum being a bit of green. Yeah, this one's turning a lot more floral now. A bit more of that jasmine through. Yeah, so the middles are very similar. The top note is very peppery and bitter in the Verde. I wouldn't say it's an exact clone, but I'd say the dry down hits more onto being the clone or a dupe or whatever you want to call it. It's definitely a lot more. Yeah, so now when you have this side by side, they smell exact. Very, very close to the middle. That opening though, the Verde is harsh. Alright, I'm going to leave these out of the view and see what the dry down is to the base, see if they hold. Next one I have is Bright Peach by Mason Alhambra. A lot of people love this one, a lot of people talk about it. I actually have a little tester of Bitter Peach Tom Ford here, which I got from Odds Fragrances. This was actually a gift in an order that I did, and I've got about full 2 mil in there. So it's a decent amount to get a good test for it. If I don't run out of tester strips, because I don't have too many of them. I like the atomizers on these, they're quite good. Straight away it's a very sweet peach opening. It's like almost like lollies or candy. It's definitely not a real peach. It's I know why people say that this has a bit more of a synthetic vibe. It's definitely strong. So the thing about a lot of these clones is they're very strong, especially the ones from the Middle East, which I guess a lot of the clones are from the Middle East that aren't designer clones and things like that, but they get very, very strong formulations. Some of them can be a bit strong at the start and then they just don't last. Longevity is really poor with a few that I've heard. These Latafa brand ones are always good. So the notes on this are top notes of peach, blood orange, and green leaves, then a centre of patchouli, and then base notes of honey and cognac. So hopefully this is going to dull down on that peachy, fruity sweetness and get more earthy, and then into a sweet cognac. It's definitely powerful at the start though. Let's get into the bitter peach. See what we have here. Yeah, so I've only got a couple more tester strips. I'll be able to do one more clone, and then I'll show you 2 other ones that I have, which I don't actually have the originals of anyway. Okay, so the bitter peach from Tom Ford. Yeah, this one you get more of a natural peach. This one's a lot more hardcore and synthetic. Yeah, this one's actually a lot more nicer when it comes to peach. Not overly a fan of sweet, peachy, fruity smells. But this one I don't mind on the skin. It changes. I get a lot more of the cognac-y, patchouli notes coming through with the bright peach. This one has a bit more woods to it. So bring up the notes of the bitter peach by Tom Ford. So top notes are peach, cardamom, blood orange, heliotrope. So you get that spicy floral opening with the fruit, which probably takes a lot of the sweetness away. And then the middle notes are rum, cognac, davana, jasmine. So floral, boozy center. Then into base notes of Indonesian patchouli leaf, vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, benzoin, cashmeran, strikes, labdanum, and vetiver. So this is going to go down to an earthy resinous. Or an earthy resinous with a bit of sweetness down the bottom. It's getting more floral. Not really getting the rum or cognac in this one. So this one now is dulled down. I'm getting more cognac-y, almost like a peach dessert. Was it peach Melba? Something like that. They're getting very similar. Again, a lot of these through the middle and the dry down, they seem to get more similar. It's almost bubblegummy. Yeah, this one's peach is harsh. It's nice, but it's just very in your face peach. So if you want, especially if you're not into those sweet, fruity scents, I'd be sticking away from this one for sure. It's nice though. I just hope it dries down a bit quicker. See, this one's coming more into the woodsy resinous. Yeah, see, the big thing about the clones, a lot of them aren't too smooth in the way they dry down. A lot of the overpowering notes within the formulation just sit high on top and they don't go away at all. So when it comes, then the dry down comes in very late, and then sometimes you don't even get the top in it at all and it completely changes, and other times it just sticks with it the whole time. It's very overpowering, which is definitely powerful. It's a nice scent. I don't know if I wear it in summer. I think it'd be too cloying. Yeah, the bitter peach is definitely sitting a lot nicer, which will just put that out of frame. And then we'll go into our third clone with the original. So I've got here another Mason Alhambra Black Origami. It's a clone of, I've got a sampler here, Tom Ford's Black Orchid. I know a lot of people say that Oud 24 Hour is the legit or the Just Jack, but to me, this one reminded me a lot more of the Black Orchid. When I smelt it, I preferred it a lot more. But let's put them together and see what happens. 2 testers left. These are really well priced as well. That's a stronger atomizer. Yeah, so straight away, it's Black Orchid to a T for me. I know some people might be able to like pull out the DNA I'm not an expert. It's just about what I smell straight up. I don't even think I've got the notes on Fragrantica for the Black Orchid clone. This one's the Eau de Parfum that I have in the tester. So let's go to, let's see if I can find it. Black Orchid EDP. Okay, the EDP isn't on Fragrantica, which is interesting. I'm going to go through the bottom. Here we go. And then I'm going to search for the black origami so I can get you the notes. Origami, Mason Alhambra, Alhambra. Here in Australia we shorten everything. So I say Mason Alhambra, but it's probably Alhambra. See frag bar, it's got the breakdown. No, just has warm, spicy, woody, sweet. Don't really tell you much in the note breakdown. Here we go. Take it today. Oh, it's on Triple Traders for anyone that's overseas. 23 USD. It's like nothing. So yeah, I think I paid about around the $50 mark here locally. Yeah, so take it today. It's like $34. And there's Gus on cue. Barking. Okay, so the fragrance notes, if you can hear me, sorry about the dog. He has an anxiety of sound. Gus, stop it. Black origami. Notes of bergamot, black currant, jasmine, mystic black orchid, ylang ylang, patchouli, incense, lotus, sweet vanilla, vetiver, Saint Elm, and balsam. So it doesn't have the chocolate note, which I think the original has, which I've got here. There's a lot in it. So the original has truffle. Side note, I'm allergic to mushrooms, including truffle, so I don't know if I'll get an allergy or bad reaction to this one here, having truffle in it. So we'll see if I start getting headaches or not. But so you got truffle, gardenia, black currant, ylang ylang, jasmine, bergamot, mandarin, Amalfi lemon. There's a lot of notes in the black orchid. Middle notes of orchid, spices, gardenia, fruit notes, ylang ylang, jasmine, and lotus. So you've got ylang ylang and jasmine in both the top and the middle notes of the black orchid original. Then you've got Mexican chocolate, which I don't know if there's a difference between normal chocolate and Mexican chocolate. Patchouli, vanilla, incense, amber, sandalwood, vetiver, and then white musk. So let's get, I think I've worn this before and I don't think I had a bad reaction from the truffle being in it or anything like that. So let's see what we have. Yeah, so this smells very similar. I'm getting the same opening, which to me is black orchid, straight up. As soon as I smell it, black orchid. You're getting it on this, on the origami, and I'm getting it straight up on this one too. And I think it's the black currant, that floral mixed with a blackcurrant, and the orchid's punching through the center on both of them. Yeah. And you go side by side and you almost get lost in the smell when they just kind of go between, because they're different. There's not much difference at all. And that's why I like black orchid. I know there's some people probably say that the dry down might be a bit different. Like this one's changing now. You're kind of getting to that spicy fruit in the middle. You kind of get it on the end of your nose. Well, this one's holding quite firm with the smell coming at the top. This one doesn't actually have the breakdown of what the middle is, the top or anything like that, but I'm guessing the top is bergamot, blackcurrant, and jasmine, and then the center is the mystic black orchid, ylang ylang, and patchouli, and then the bottom goes into the incense, lotus, sweet vanilla, vetiver, etc. But yeah, they're very... this one's hitting. They're both. So yeah, to me, they're very, very similar, like 90%, maybe a little bit more. I can't tell how different they are. Let's go back to the Verde and the Anthracite on the dry down with the Verde. Yeah, some more peppery, earthy. It's dulled down a lot. It's not so green and bitter. And then this one has changed. This one you're getting more cedar. You're definitely getting a lot more wood down the bottom of the Anthracite. It changes, definitely changes. It's really nice. I actually really like it. And the bright peach, still very hard peach. Candy fruit, peach. It's very prominent. I'm not really getting too much booze anymore. I think it's gone a bit more sweeter when it hits the vanilla down the bottom, but that peach just sticks on the top and goes right through the formulation. I mean, same with this one too. The bitter peach still holds that peach smell. It's definitely not as harsh, more of a natural fruity peach compared to a candied. Yeah, so dry downs are very similar. I'm not going to touch the black origami at the moment. I'll leave that one to the side. And now the bonuses, I have rose petal, clone of rose prick. This one, actually sprayed it, got nothing in my skin. What I love about this one is it's very, very close to the original. Very close. I mean, it looks very, very close. How can you not? That's why they stopped making these, because they're too close in every way. Every way. So this one, I definitely feel is unisex. You are getting a mix of multiple roses. But the best thing about this, which makes it unisex and masculine, is the actual pepperiness that comes with it. And this one, we can bring it up on Fragrantica. We have rose petals. Yeah, it's really nice. So this one we've got May rose, Bulgarian rose, top notes, and then a middle of Turkish rose and saffron So the saffron gives it like a pepperiness. I have it in another clone, which is very saffron heavy. And you have a particular smell with saffron that really, I don't know. To me, it's got like a spice, like a floral spice, and that's where you get that kind of. I personally get that pepperiness from, and then you got a base of patchouli, tonka bean, and vanilla. So this is going to dull down into that nice, sweet, earthy. Mixing in with the rose, I reckon it's really good. For a unisex rose heavy, it's not a feminine smell at all. I actually sprayed this on my partner, and she even said that's not what I was expecting. I definitely feel it's wearable for men as well as women. Date nights and things like that. Something interesting through autumn, spring maybe. Could even do it on winter. Okay, I'll keep going before I start mumbling. I'll get tired. I'm probably flicking off anyway. The last one I have is from Mason Alhambra again. This is Optus 5. This is a clone of Amouage Opus 5. The reason I got this one, I don't have the original, never smelt the original. Comes in a nice slider box. Nice velvet seat. The bottle is actually quite nice as well. Sticker on the bottom. Of course, you got the bad plastic cap. This one's actually on quite well. Frosted glass, heavy. Always find that a lot of the Mason Alhambra bottles are heavy. Seem like they're quite well made. I'll bring up this one is definitely not on Fragrantica either. So it's Optus V, which is quite funny because we have people that know Australia, we have a telecommunications company called Optus as well. And there's always a fight with Optus, Vodafone, and Telstra. So let's see if I can bring up some notes. Let's go to Triple Traders. So the reason why I picked this one is, for what I know, it has a cognac top note with iris or orris root, and then the middle has iris as well. So you got double iris in there, and I love iris. Absolutely love it. Iris and galbanum, they're my jam. All about it. Two favorite notes. So this one we have, they're saying it's designed for men and women. You've got a heady haze of woody iris powder, jasmine, and then delicate rose with a subtle peach flare. Then essential overflows of animalic and sweetened kid skin bloom. Okay, I think they get a bit too fantasy writing when it comes to this kind of stuff, but top notes are orris root with rum. The heart is iris, jasmine, and rose. So you're going to get that boozy iris at the top, the floral iris, powdery floral iris middle, and then the base is oud, wood, like woody notes, and civet. So you're going to get that animalic woody bottom. Rose Petals is nice. Okay, here we go. Nothing on this side. Good atomizer when it works. The first one was a bit of a old man squirt. Boozy iris. Big. I don't know if it's the alcohol and the perfume and fragrance itself, but it's just like straight up whiskey and iris together. Wow. That's boozy. super boozy iris. It's even more stronger than Givenchy's Gentleman Privé Reserve. Then you get that boozy iris. This one's more hardcore. This one's like you literally had a shot of whiskey or something. And then kissed someone with fresh lipstick on. It's just that boom in your face. Very strong. I have to leave that for a little while. It's very overpowering. It's nice though. Definitely something I'd be wearing at night time when I'm going out, especially if I'm going out to a bar or partying, which I never do, but out to dinner maybe. I don't know if I would spray this too much before going out into a bar. They might not let you in at the door and you smell like booze too much. Okay, we're drying down. It's a lot. Okay, we're getting into more of the floral. Yeah, once that whiskey note dies down, it's a lot more iris, a lot more floral. You're getting the jasmine and the rose coming through. Yeah, it is kind of peppery floral. It's nice. It's hard. It's definitely harsh. It's not, if you don't like boozy iris scents, no way. I think people that like the Privé Reserve from Givenchy Gentleman, I think they'll like this one. I'd be interested to actually smell the proper Amouage fragrance of this. There is like two versions of it. I think one is the library edition as well, which are the exact same ingredients as the other one. I don't know if it's an old style or a new style with Amouage. I don't actually own any of them. I haven't, yeah. There's a lot of these niche fragrances I just don't get into, like PDM. It's nice, it's drying down more. Yeah, I like that. Once you get past that hard boozy top, yeah, it's really nice. Now it's a lot more smoother, which I think you get with a lot of these clones. And I don't know if it's that alcohol hit just from the perfume itself, the mixture and the formulation, but because you've got the alcohol in the fragrance and then you have that rum note, what this one has, it's like boom, alcohol in your face. Now it's a lot smoother. Beautiful iris, floral. You're getting a bit more of that animalic civet coming through as well. People that like civet or animalic smells, especially with Tom Ford's Noir, you get, you know what I mean? You just get that animalic hit where you're kind of like, oof. It's not like, yeah, it's very subtle coming in. Definitely not one for everyone. Definitely something to try out. But that's me. That's me for today. I'm done. I don't know how much more I can talk. Still got a cold coffee here now. Hope you like the cup. Public holiday, like in New South Wales. They hand make all of these. Do some great stuff. Hard to get as well. You got to be up super early when they do their drops for them. But yeah, that's me. Hopefully this one's a bit better than the first video I did. Hopefully the next one's going to be even better again. I'm trying to work out, this is all done on my phone, so I'm trying to work out the whole laptop, too slow, YouTube thing. Hopefully I'll get better the more confident I get. If you have any tips to help me out or anything you want me to check out, I might have it, I might not have it. We don't get everything here in Australia as compared to America and Europe, so things are a bit harder for us. But yeah, thank you. Hope you like it and enjoyed it, and hope you come back and see me again. Ciao.